Hi everyone. My name's Lauren, so I'll just sit here for a few minutes before we get started. That way it sends, notifications to everyone's, uh, you know, um, notification feed thing. So, all right. I'm really nervous. Yeah. Hi, Katie. Yeah, Katie actually is one of my biggest fans, if you will. So she's been one of my biggest encouragers. So I guess I'm just going to go ahead and dig right into this. My name's Lauren, and I am the mom, to 202, which means that I had two babies that are less than 2 years apart. Hey, Rachel. My babies are they are 20 months apart. So that's exciting stuff. But I guess what really got me started with this page is encouragement from family and friends and my husband to get this going because I was sharing all my breastfeeding tips and tricks and knowledge and things that I was learning along the way. And I guess I didn't realize that I was doing such a good job at momming, if you will, other than people started saying stuff all the time about how proud they were and, wow, I didn't know that, that's great info, and things like that. So, anywho, stuff that I was sharing specifically was a lot of breastfeeding stuff. And with my first, I thought, I'll take all the classes, right? I'm going to take the breastfeeding class. I'm going to take the nursing class. I'm going to take the CPR class, car seat safety, just any class that my hospital and OB offered. A lot of people laughed at me and thought, well, why would you do that? Just Google it or just go to YouTube. And I kept saying, I don't know who those people are. I don't know what their reputation is. I don't know their experience. I don't know any of that. So I felt that I needed to pick the brains of the people that I did know. Like my mom and friends and other family members. But still, at the end of the day, I left very confused and a little bit disheartened because I felt like a failure often with my first during the first 6 weeks while I was breastfeeding. There's so many tricks and tools and things like that out there that I didn't know about, and I wasn't open with my first, so I wasn't like out there in the world asking people for help and advice because I was a little bit embarrassed because I thought, breastfeeding is just supposed to be natural, right? And why can't I do this? Why am I stressing myself out so much? Why this? Why that? And, it was leaving me very defeated. And one of the things that's really stuck with me that someone said to me is, if it's not working for you, change it. If it's not working for your baby, change it. And that's really struck a chord with me. And it's been something that's just really stuck with me because, frankly, isn't that the dang truth? If it's not working, change it. So to further elaborate on that, I've added, if it's making baby cry or making you cry, change it. Because frankly, a happy mama is a happy baby, and a happy baby is a happy mama, and a happy baby and a happy mama is a happy house. Am I right? Because your fellas, they don't know what to do. They get really nervous and frustrated because they don't know how to help you through breastfeeding and straight up momhood in general. So, hey, Becca. Hey, Brianna. So anyways, needless to say, after 6 weeks with my daughter, I gave up. Like I said, I felt defeated and I stopped breastfeeding after 6 weeks. And I was really hard on myself, but then at the same time, a fed baby is a healthy baby, right? It doesn't matter if it's breast milk or formula or a mix. A fed baby is a healthy baby. That's the fact of it, and that was something that was hard for me to really come to terms with, I guess. But then I realized how much stress was coming off of me by giving her formula. So that was wonderful. So many perks to it. But from that minute forward, I decided, all right, with my next, I am going to conquer this. I'm going to beat this, and I'm going to be one kick-ass breastfeeder, right? Isn't that everyone's goal? So, anywho, for the next, let's see, 6 weeks, and my little guy was born 20 months after my first was born. So, anyways, let's say for the next 18 and a half months, I researched the snot out of researching. Like, I put that puppy to bed, like, was done. I did my time researching. I found support groups. Did you know there's a thing on Facebook? Yeah. So, search your Facebook support groups. Start searching your city name and breastfeeding, or city name and nursing, or even just in general breastfeeding support group. From there, I learned about all these gadgets and different kinds of breast pumps and things, and I was like, oh man, let me tell you, by the time my son was born, because we found out we were pregnant with him when my daughter was 12 months and 2 weeks old. So from that minute forward, I started like, all right, making a list. I need to buy this, I need to buy this, I need this, I need this, and this. And ooh, you know what? I didn't like that last time, so I'm going to try this time. Oh man, game changer. So anyways, it's a little bit about how I got to where I'm at. So I breastfed and pumped for my son. And I breastfed him exclusively for 6 weeks. And I decided that, it worked out so great with my daughter transitioning her to a bottle at 6 weeks. So I was like, I'm going to start pumping. And that little boy, he wouldn't sleep worth a darn during the night. He would drink a little bit here, drink a little bit there. So I was like, all right, I'm definitely switching him to the bottle now. I'm going to pump during the night so that I can watch how many ounces is he actually taking. And I was getting him to have a full belly. And you know what? He started sleeping better. And I was like, oh, cool. Feeling good about it, right? And then I was like, all right, well, I'm going to start pumping more. Because now I want everyone else to be able to help me too. And I also wanted to be able to be sure that I was getting in the swing and a good pumping routine before I went back to work, because Lord knows that most mamas, most of the time we give up nursing when you go back to work full time. And I was a full-time employee until about a month ago with both babies. So, it's big stuff. But anywho, so I got myself on a good pumping routine, and my son got used to taking bottles, and I'd still nurse him, and then before I knew it, I was all about that pumping life, because it got so much easier, because I could literally just be like, here's a bottle, and see you later, go to the grocery store, baby free. Anywho, a year later, on his first birthday, I pumped for the last time ever. No more babies for me. So anyways, that was a really, really exciting feat for me. Not only did I breastfeed him, which AKA is known as nursing or pumping. So don't let people discourage you and say, pumping's not really breastfeed. Yes, it is. It's breast milk. Breastfeeding is breast milk, regardless of how baby's getting it. It's breast milk. It's breastfeeding, okay? So anyways, I pumped for him all the way up until his first birthday. And not only did I feed him, but I donated over 5,500 ounces, which equates to about 46 gallons of milk that I donated. Can you believe that? 46 gallons of milk. Plus fed my baby boy, who was drinking between 30 to 35 ounces a day. So, like I said, that's my story as far as the breastfeeding world goes, and nursing and pumping. And while we progress through this and, really get a feel for each other, send me messages, comment, ask questions, whatever. I'm also going to be sharing links to things and why I like them. And then I'll also do a little video as to why I like whatever it is that I happen to be sharing. Little tools to help with breastfeeding and nursing, storage for milk, because Lord knows that's a pain. Regardless of if you're a just enougher or an oversupplier. And I'm going to share knowledge about milk itself, because so many people say, oh, well, my milk never came in. Did it never come in? Or did you not wait and know that it was going to be 3 to 5 days until your milk came in? Because that's a fun fact that most people don't know. Most people assume that if it's doesn't come in within 24 hours, they think that they don't have any milk. And if you guys are anything like me, both my lactation consultants for both my babies kind of sucked. They just kind of stood there, looked, and was like, yep, latch looks good. And you're like, but does it? Because it feels weird. And they'd be like, well, is it a tugging or a pinching? Do you even know what the difference between a tugging and a pinching is? Like, it's your nipple, you know what I mean? Like, anyways, so hard to describe if it's a tugging or a pinching, So anyways, back to what I was saying, I'm going to share links and things and tools that I found so useful. In fact, I ended up giving a lot of my tools and things to other moms that, coworkers and things, because frankly, I just don't feel like there's enough knowledge out there on the things that are available to help with our supply. Not only help with your supply, but help make things more comfortable. For example, like I said, I was an exclusive pumper from, I would say that I totally hung up nursing right around him being 3 months old. So I've got 9 months of exclusively pumping under my belt. And a fun fact for you, did you know your nipples change sizes? Yep. The further you progress through your pumping or nursing journey, your nipples change size. In fact, mine changed sizes 3 times. 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 times. And the average woman is about 24 millimeter, but mine got all the way down to like a 16 mil. Did you hear that? That's tiny. We're also going to cover injuries that can happen while pumping or nursing, things you might run across, such as clogged ducts, how to handle those, and what can cause them. Mastitis. I don't have experience with mastitis, but I have had multiple clogged ducts. I've also had multiple cuts on my nipples, and those hurt like nobody's business. In fact, each time my nipple changed sizes is right about the time that I was like, oh man, that's a little uncomfortable. Then I'd ride it out for a week, like, let's just see. And then sure enough, I'd get a cut and then I'd get an infection. So anyways, I think this can be really fun. And I just want to thank everyone that's been following the journey that I've had. Because you guys rock, and I want to thank everyone else that's also been encouraging me to share my knowledge, and I just hope that I can at least help one mama along the way. So anyways, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.